Some people say, I want to make it to the NBA. And I was like, I have to. When I was in high school, we were playing in a tournament in Dallas, and none of us was getting recruited. The game started, and like nobody was there. I kind of started off the game slow. I was like, man, ain't nobody come to the game. And then I just see this short white dude walk in and like sit down under the basket at the opposite end. And he was the only coach there. And I just started killing. Like, I started making every shot. Like, we ended up beating him real easy. It was Coach Ray. It was my coach from Weber State. He was the only coach there. And then right after the game, they offered me a scholarship.
I think with Dame, there was always a high level of accountability. There was a standard of excellence that like we weren't willing to bend or waver no matter what, whether it was in workouts, whether it was off the court habits. It was something that really started with his dad. His dad really raised him the right way, put a lot of values into him, a lot of truth, a lot of authenticity. And that was something our program in college, was really, really about, from our head coach, Randy Ray, to myself. We were willing to confront him for what was best for his future. We were willing to give him the truth at all times. And now training him and moving forward, that is something we've built our relationship with. That's something he's built his career with. And his mindset now is becoming his biggest separator.
Freshman of the year, sophomore year, MVP. And now I'm on the draft board. In my junior year, I break my foot. Like right when I thought I was about to be able to just enter the draft, I break my foot. And then I look at the draft boards and my name ain't on there no more.
So he called me, down there was crying, like, I felt like he was probably gonna end up trying to go to the league that year. And I think God was like, nah, you ain't ready. Break your foot. You ain't ready. Because he wouldn't be who he is today if he went at that time. Because he became who he is when he broke his foot.
Not being able to play, having to sit there and watch, and having to go through having surgeries in another state away from his family when you're so close-knit to your family. He was really like depressed at the time.
So I'm like, man, they don't like old draft picks. They like young players, like that they got potential, they can bring in, break them in and stuff like that. So I'm like, man, it's gonna be bad for me.
It humbled him. It showed him that this game could be taken away from you, that you don't get this stuff, that it is a gift from God, that we are, lucky to have these things.
I was like on with a boot and a cast on, sometimes like I was lifting.
That was the first time I saw my brother lifting weights hard. That was the first time I saw my brother competing during conditioning. Like, that was the first time I saw Damian like bust his ass.
I was at the gym in the chair shooting on a gun, like ball handling in the chair. Just like pounding to my right arm burn, pound to the left, crossovers in front, like dribbling behind the chair like this, shooting free throws over the gun from a chair. Like I used to shoot really flat, but sitting down, I had to learn how to shoot the ball up and like shoot it higher. And that gave my shot a better chance to go in, just better arc. So it really helped. And it was just like every day I did it to keep myself busy and know that I was doing the work.
And he just turned into a monster. And he just was addicted to getting back right. But his whole demeanor changed. He went from being a college basketball player to a pro.
He spent so much time in the weight room, and he spent so much time doing little things that he was possible to do while he still had a boot, like dribbling and sitting in a chair. He would dribble until his arms were on fire. He would literally be in a boot. He'd have a boot on one leg, and he could stand stationary and swing dribble the ball and work on his passing. So those 4, 5, 6 months, he actually used that time to get better at things he normally wouldn't have time to get better at. Spending the time in the weight room, spending the time on pick and roll passing and his ball handling. And that was 6 months of work that was just like added to his game and added to himself that ended up separating him in the long run. And that's why, he probably became one of the better pick and roll players as a rookie in the NBA, and why he was one of the more stronger, more physically ready guards in the NBA as a rookie.
I ended up coming back the next year off the broke foot and led the country in scoring. Moved up the boards, had a big year, had a big pre-draft, combine and all that, and pre-draft workouts, and I was 6th pick of the draft. It's deeper than what people think it is. Like they think, oh, he's just staying in Portland, and he's not gonna win it. Like they have no idea. It runs way deeper than what they know or would think.